Palamoana, my fellow exiles. Today is the day before the new big Path of Exile 2 patch reveal. The third edict 0.3. We know everything about it. Tomorrow, less than 24 hours, I will be co-streaming this. Tonight, though, we're going to be discussing what might be within the third edict. We're going to be having a podcast with Blazeworks TV, the host of the Passive Tree podcast, and just chatting about PoE 2 in general. I have been made aware there were leaks. And I have also heard they are legitimate leaks. And I heard that Ghazi was talking about them. I heard a lot of people are chatting about them. I have not read the leaks. Have not looked at the leaks. Blaze has read the leaks. I know nothing about these leaks. I know that there was a French journalism outlet that may have leaked it. That's it. So I don't know any of the leaks. Hey, what's going on, Vladis? Hey, Big Eyes. Chuck, Jessup, what's happening, bro? Neverborn Unlucky, what do you think of the leak? Bro, I don't know anything about the leak. I don't know. All the leaks, brother, Big Eyes. So, like, you think the whole patch was leaked? What's going up, Wattman4121? Hey, Poop Dish. What's happening? Chuck Jessup, you're insane, my man. Thank you for the 6 gifted subs. Less than 2 minutes into the live stream. I appreciate it. I'm very hyped about the patch, okay? I also haven't even seen the new teaser that was posted. You might have noticed that Talkative didn't leave a comment on Twitter about the new teaser. That's because I have not seen it. I just referred to myself in the third person, which is incredibly cringe. I hope I never do that again. You'll keep quiet unless I want to talk about it. Well, I chatted with Blaze. And Blaze has read the leaks. I have not read the leaks. So maybe we'll do a little bit of a are you full of crap? Are you not full of crap thing where he tells me something and then I have to guess whether it's true or not. Okay? My brother did send me a text. A very sad text. And if it's true, I will be sad. But hey, here's the thing too, guys. They're leaks, okay? They could be wrong, okay? It could be completely wrong. People could be putting false information in there. There could be information missing. Maybe some of the info was leaked, but not all the info, right? I don't know. So far, I've avoided the leaks. Okay, I haven't seen any. Around 30 to 40% of the content is what they said they have leaked. Okay, your Gringe is safe with me. I don't even know what the Gringe is. The Pash? What is going on with it? What are these words? I bet you believe in Santa too. I don't, but I keep up the myth for my children. Okay, how am I holding up? Oh, no. Probably not an entire patch because they haven't noticed they should be sharing it, but still a significant amount of info. Bro, I really didn't like the support gems. Support gems change mentioned in the leaks. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It's AI. All facts are fake news. Okay, so maybe it's just wrong. I need grinding your games to interpret the lore for me. I can interpret the lore. Sir Gog's probably asleep right now. He's in Australia. Can't wait for patch notes. You have about 24 hours to wait for patch notes. This is also very dangerous for me. I mean, I'm reading chat, so I may be getting spoilers here. So if you do not want any leaks, I'm probably going to read something that is a leak. But again, we can't verify anything until tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time, which again, I will be co-streaming. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Make sure you like this YouTube video right now, everybody. All 200 of you on YouTube like it right now. Right now, guys. It really helps me out. Okay, I won't like beg anymore. Not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna see Toxic try tonight. Oh my god. Didn't see any trading leaks. Okay, so nothing to do with trade. No druid or no class would be a huge miss. And the community is going to be pissed. Are you saying the leaks are saying no class? Why is there a hype train started? Why is there a random hype train? Nobody did anything. I think he's drunk. I think Einhar's drunk and he started a hype train for no reason. It's 10 a.m. here in Australia. I can't do time zone conversions. I'm very confident the leak is true, but incomplete. It had in-game screenshots. Oh my god, these guys effed it up. Oh, what's going on, Dead Rabbit? Anti-spoiler spam. It's okay. I really didn't like the change they leaked where they removed all the classes in the game and took out Act 2 and 3. We just repeat Act 1 6 times? I mean, that is 6 times we fight Geonor, so that's kind of cool. Like, I'm kind of okay with that. I like Geonor fight. Act 1 is pretty fun. You know, you can learn how to run it pretty quick. You get to the end game really fast if you do Act 1 6 times, right, guys? I think that works. Where are the leaks at? I don't know. I'm guessing that they're probably on the subreddit. They're probably in Discord channels. We're going to talk about them here. We're going to do a true or not true leak edition. And Blaze is going to be your host. It's going to be great. Where are the leaks? We're going to talk about the leaks soon, okay? You found the leaks encouraging. Okay, well, that's good. Okay. All right, Gazzy says no new classes. So I was in Gazzy's stream when the leaks dropped, and Darth eventually came in and confirmed the leaks. Oh. Oh, Darth confirmed the leaks. Oh. Wow. Okay. Well, then. Well, maybe DM was acting, though. Maybe? You think? The core gameplay changes are substantial enough for no class to be the big deal if the leaks are true. Well, that's promising. I don't care if you guys talk about the leaks. I don't care, because I don't know what's real. I don't know what's false. Like the video. Nick Merckx, probably. I've seen that name before. Leaks look good, but no new class, probably. The guy said he only leaked 40% of the content. What was in the leaks? Hype train. Yes, we have a hype train on Twitch. I heard the French leaker said 40%. DM is mad. I bet GGG is pissed. Holy crap, chat is going so fast. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's zoom down. Okay. Okay. All right. The leaks on Reddit is a day old and still up in Reddit. DM confirmed. Okay, I've scrolled all the way down, guys. Yeah, Expedition. Darth was upset that someone leaked early. I mean, it's total crap. Also, it was probably a mistake. They probably didn't mean to leak it, but it's still horrible. That's terrible that someone leaked everything. It sucks for grinding your games. They built up all this anticipation. There's going to be probably a huge reveal tomorrow. And it's going to be a little bit, I mean, maybe it'll drum up a little bit of hype. Maybe it'll be lackluster. I'm not. I don't know if the leaks are heightening how people feel about the patch or making it worse. I'll bash my head again. Okay, so everybody is saying, okay, I guess leak number 1. If you leak early, you'll not get back to GGG Studios. Yeah, well, they're blacklisted, I'm sure, these people who did that. That sucks for them. They shouldn't leak. Okay. Leak number 1, according to all of you guys and my brother, who I will probably be playing Bro SF with on League launch. Okay. Spoilers. Here we go. Cirrus, thanks 11 months for the T1, bro. Evening. Leave now if you don't want spoilers for tomorrow, apparently. YouTubers shouldn't talk about the leaks? Hasn't everyone talked about the leaks? Hey. All the signs pointed to... If there's no druid... Okay, leak number 1. Apparently, there's no druid. I don't think I can believe... Massive cope? Okay, massive cope. It just must not be ready. My guess, okay, judging from what I've seen here, they've done a massive amount of work on everything existing, which, to be fair, Jonathan did say this in my interview with him. He repeated in the Chinese interview. It seems like they're hitting everything that's currently in the game. And if they actually do that to a degree that is worthy, I guess no druid makes sense. But they have to go hard to actually make up for there not being a brand new class. Thank you for the 18 months, Scorewin. At this point, I think Grinding Your Games has an internal betting pool of how long they can edge you with the druid. You might be true. You might be 100% true. I know that there are some people that know I really want the druid, right? Also, that's crazy. The data mines too. Complete red flag. Totally fake. They went very hard. Okay. All right, guys. Leak number 2, okay, that I have seen. That I see people talking about. And my brother texted me this one too. So leak 1. Apparently no druid, no new class in the update. Leak 2. Sprinting? I released a video earlier saying I don't know if they'll do sprinting, like, because they don't have like stamina or something. There's no way they'd give you sprinting with it being unlimited. Like, that's like no friction. So it's probably gonna be like just increasing it by like, you know, 15 to 20%. Boom. Everybody's a little faster. Game feels less sluggish and everything. But everybody's saying sprinting. Did like sprint is no. I'm not saying sprinting will be bad, but how is it implemented? Is it infinite sprint? Is it like Diablo 2 where you're going to have stamina? Like, are there going to be like sprinting charms? Like, I mean, hey, we can see what it looks like when it's implemented. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that there's going to be sprint. Infinite sprint with stun on hit, says Salami Jack. Oh my god, so it's like a Roa? Do we know how big the sprint will be? Like, is it like a 20%? 20% increase? 25%? How much more? Just pull up the Imgur. 20%. 20%? You hold dodge roll first. Pull up the Imgur. Guys, we're going to play the game of leak or no leak with Blaze, who's read everything. We don't know yet, not in leaks. No stamina, but heavy CC. 20% is nothing. If it's 20%, people are saying it's not confirmed. People are saying it's not confirmed to be 20%. Everybody's fighting back and forth. Okay? Okay. Oh, yeah, here's a question. Here's a question. And remember, I've not read anything. People who have read the leaks. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for Grinding Your Games. This has got to be total crap. What was the coolest thing in the leaks? Because I've only seen negative things and then the sprint. Is everybody just hyped about the sprint? Because if that's the coolest thing, that's like, I don't know, that's the coolest thing. No cruel? No cruel. Act 4 confirmed. We knew Act 4. I'd never said the druid was confirmed, by the way. If you can go back in every single one of my videos, I have not said. Last patch, Dawn of the Hunt, I said druid totally confirmed, coming with the Huntress. We're 100% getting it. I have not said that a single time in the lead up to this patch. Just by the way, everybody, I was careful with my words. Every time my mind said druid, another part of my mind said, don't say confirmed. Don't say confirmed. Don't promise people. You can be excited, but don't say it's coming 100%. And I did not do that. Rant over. I'm just upset at myself. Okay, no cruel. Interlude acts. Short interlude acts. New bald boss. Holy crap. Act 4 plus many new acts. Oh, it's Blood. What's going on, my man? You started hating my content a while back. I hope you're doing well, dude. Why not give us an implicit? Sprint sounds ultra dumb. Well, it depends on how it's implemented. I'm just reading them leaks. It says no cruel, but 3 mini acts as interludes. I wonder if mini acts is like, is it going to just be maps? Like maybe a new story? Like, How hard are they actually? Like, they wouldn't make 3 like new things to then replace with Act 5 and 6 when they come. Oh, thank you, Danny Applegate, for the $10. Go get a drink on me to get over the pain. Dude, it's not confirmed yet. I know everybody... Guys, leaks have been wrong before in Path of Exile history. So, like... Or missing info. If this leaker only leaked 40% of the patch, you guys keep saying that number. I mean, a new class is a substantial part of the patch. Just saying. Okay. You, Asmon, cringe? What are you talking about, bro? Let's see. I'm just imagining all the GGG devs sweat watching everyone be so sure the druid was coming out this patch. Dude, I was confident. Like, I really thought that was gonna happen, but it didn't happen. Hey, Broccoli, what's happening, man? I saw a new video from you came out today. The class changes and support gem changes look awesome. The Interludes Act has to do with the teaser today. Oh, there's a new teaser? Yeah, oh, yes, there's a new teaser. I haven't seen the new teaser. Okay. The leak is confirmed. Oh. Oh, it literally named Dorian. So they are confirmed. A lot of them are confirmed. Okay. Okay, so armor buffed by applying... Whoa. Armor buffed by applying to elemental, and they added a new defensive layer. To armor? Well, man, I would love to see what that debate looked like at GGG. They're like, okay, we need to fix armor. Armor needs to get fixed. What are we going to do? Oh, I know what we're going to do. We're going to just take what we did from PoE 1, and we're finally going to put it in PoE 2. I wonder if that's going to be like I assume it's going to be like a modifier, or is it just going to be on the tree? Heard that they're adding Marauder class. See, Prototype, now you're conflicting everybody else. Everybody else has said they're not adding a class. I wouldn't put it past GGG to put out fake leaks to make people question everything. That would be crazy. Has there been any leaks/info on Druid? Or info why you think it will come out? LOL. They've said repeatedly the next class to come is Druid, that it was very close to the finish line, and that was about 5 months ago. We saw data mined changes to the Druid class, removing the do not translate tag, which usually means it's close to release in the files. Then that was removed, and it's very unfortunate because it seems everybody's telling me no class. I feel like that'd be a headline feature. Added it to evasion. Deflect added to evasion. Oh. Whoa. You bet 10K that Druid be dropped based on what Try told you. I'm ruined. Hey, Filbert Supertramp. I'm sorry, man. That's on you. That was in my top 10 predictions video. It was a video that I recorded early this morning. And I never said... The only thing I said that is 100% confirmed is Act 4. Okay, if Act 4 is confirmed, people are saying Act 4 is confirmed. Did they confirm a new Trial of Ascendancy with Act 4? Anybody? Data miners found gems for the Druid added to the game yesterday. Don't give me hope, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. No confirming on Trial. The leaks did not cover everything. DM mad at Try. He wants Druid. Why is DM mad at me? I just want Druid. DM wants Druid too. Darth Microtransaction probably likes the Druid, okay? DM liked the Druid in Diablo 4. I'm sure they're going to do it really well in Path of Exile 2 when it releases in 2027. It's going to be a banger class. Blaze gets on in 10 minutes. DM wants Blight. Well, that's something DM and I disagree on. I do not want Blight. Not happening, bro. DM loves Druid. I thought DM loved Druid. He's a Druid main. Yeah, I knew it. Chinese leak supposedly said new class, but probably not Druid. French leak says no new class at all because of the reason Jonathan said in the interview with me. Oh, okay. Because they're giga rebalancing everything. Oh, God. Okay. I'm telling you the leaks were amazing, but you can tell a lot was missing from the article. DM still probably plays Druid on Diablo Immortal. Actually, I saw the trailer for Druid on Diablo Immortal, and it looked pretty hype. Won't lie. Okay. Everybody's saying there's no Druid. Guys, we need to wait. Okay, there might not be a Druid. Okay, the Druid might not be coming, but the official announcement comes tomorrow. Let's not lose hope. I'm sorry for giving you hope. I had hope. Like, a man can dream. Okay? You can share anything you want in the chat. I'm going to have a podcast, though. We're going to talk about the leaks, okay? And we'll probably do a breakdown of them after, because it sounds like literally everybody... Oh, crap. Sorry, Alfredo. I have to post it for you. Yeah. All right. Hopefully that's not a Rickroll. Let's see. Save me, Sir Gog. Just join. Can you fill me in with what's been said? No Druid. Act 4 confirmed. Lots of stuff reworked. Sprinting is added to the game. It's infinite, apparently, which is kind of crazy. But you get heavy stunned if you get hit while sprinting. New armor changes means Smith or Katava is even better. So armor changes. Okay. So it sounds like that lots of balance changes, and lots of people are saying if it's as good as this article pitched, then they accept no Druid. Okay? Well, that's cool. Tiered support gems. Oh boy. I did not promise anybody Druid. Guys, I don't work at... Believe it or not, I don't work at Grinding Gear Games. I don't actually know. Like, I didn't know anything, you know, a week. I don't know. When I'm making these videos, I'm not like, I know Druid's coming. I'm going to bait them along for the next week and a half, 2 weeks. No. This is... I, for the most part, work with the knowledge that all of you also have. A lot of you probably have way more knowledge than me on the news and stuff, too. I'm trying to keep up. Hey, Heron, what's going on? Gonna go drive, so watch out for trees that run in the road. Are you going over the leaks? Yes, Harry. We're going to talk a little bit about them with Blaze in 7 minutes now. We've talked about Act 4 confirmed, Sprint confirmed. People say there's no Druid in the leak, so maybe there's no Druid. And what? Big balance, like ridiculous balance changes. Are they nerfs, guys, or are they all buffs? Because you guys have all told me buffs. It's a GGG dev rage baiting with fake news. The thing is, everything sounds pretty appealing. The only thing that might be a little weird is the sprinting, depending on how it works. Like, people are saying it might be 20%, which isn't a ton for sprinting, I guess, especially if you get heavy stunned when you're hit. I specifically said I wasn't getting my hopes up for Druid. You are correct. You're correct. And I said I wasn't promising. That was just my prediction. Like, I legit thought we were going to get Druid. Sounds like we're not, though. That's very unfortunate. You can use a support gem on multiple skills? They went back on that? Just want to chime in. You're such a goat in the community. You're a goat too now, who? I love you. You're great. Wait, so they went back on the double support thing? They tried to pitch that to us as really good for a long time. Some of us bought into it. Some of us, less well-versed in the arts of build smithing, bought into it. That's pretty crazy. It's a mix of buffs and nerfs. Kiss curse scenario. We need the patch notes. Support gems can be used on multiple skills. Support had 3 levels, no limit, and new unique drop-only supports in endgame that probably have a limit of 1? Unique support gems? Are you guys making up? You guys are making up crap, aren't you? Unique support gems. Oh, I gotta get this ready. Holy crap. That's crazy. No, I gotta get ready. I gotta get ready for the podcast. I gotta get ready for 40 unique support gems? Wokage Awakened Gems, says Angermus. What's going on, bro? All was confirmed when GGG yanked the leaks off. Oh, they turned off the leak. Okay. Lineage support gems. That sounds badass. That sounds like some sort of reincarnation crap. I bet my granny's rating savings account on the druid all because of try. Now I have to take her to the glue factory. No, Jeff. It's not needed, my man. The guy broke NDA. I think he thought it only applied to YouTube vids. Yeah, the thing about NDA, no, it applies across everything. This mostly sounds made up. I don't know. It sounds like Ghazi and Darth talked about this, and Darth semi-confirmed it. The unique supports look so broken. One of them literally 7x's your damage against bosses. Okay, well, that sounds fake. Broccoli. That sounds fake. No way. Darth was mad in chat. I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous. It sucks that they guys, the reveal. Oh, Macaw, thanks for the prime, bro. Pacho Aso, thanks for the prime for 4 months, too. Prize the best dino. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. 7x is crazy. That might be a little rough. They put Rakiata's dance effect on a support. Oh. The guy said, upon clarification from GG, I can't share until tomorrow. It'll be back up tomorrow. They're probably never working with GGG again. DM was mad talking about how he had sat on info for weeks. Then this guy leaked it in 2 hours. DM didn't give anything away. DM has done well then. Dang, that sounds freaking phenomenal. I mean, I'm really excited. Oh, hey, what's going on, Barricade? Thanks for the raid, man. Welcome in, Raiders. We were just discussing some of the leaks. I have not read them yet. We're going to do a podcast with BlazeWorks TV about Path of Exile 2, the Third Edict. We're going to maybe do leak or no leak. I'm going to see if I can guess what's right and what's wrong. How you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I think that Barricade is the highest energy streamer. I try to replicate his energy, just 20%. Yo, Chuck Jessup, thank you for the 10 gifted subs to all these new raiders. I really appreciate it. I don't have the dancing thing, like the if there's 10 subs, I get up and dance. I don't do that yet, Barricade. Maybe one day. You're an inspiration, bro. Okay, all right, we are going to get in Blaze, and we're gonna get it all started. Let me change the stream title for now. Where is it? And we're gonna get him in here. Emergency stream. Leaks came out. Pod with Blaze. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's do this. Whoa, chat is moving fast. All right, we're gonna get Blaze in here. We're gonna stop the music. Nice and chill, everybody. Nice shirt. Thank you. I got it from the supporter pack. All right. How do I call this man? Table. All right, let me make sure that my cam is still where. Oh, I got to turn on the virtual cam. Start. Done. Voice and video. Here we go. The pod is about to begin. All right, we're going to bring in Blaze, everybody. Here we go. There's an AI that summarizes chat for us. That sounds absolutely terrifying. Not a fan of an AI that summarizes chat. That doesn't sound cool. Sounds pretty horrifying. What's going on, Blaze? You are live on YouTube and Twitch.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
They're doing well. Everybody's freaking out about the leaks.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
All right. I'm excited then. Once we get the pod started, we're gonna have to do a game of leak or no leak. Okay. I have not read. Wow, I'm very green right now. Holy crap. There we go. Oh, that's better. Wait, do you have your camera on? Where's your camera?
Oh, let me turn that on for you right now.
Oh no, you're good. I was like, I'm looking at myself. I don't want to see myself twice. That's no fun. Everybody, welcome in Blaze. Blazeworks TV from YouTube and Twitch. Welcome him in. Camera guest. There you go.
Everybody?
I gotta get you in here. Come on.
Does that work? Can you see me?
I can see you. They'll see you in just a moment. Why do I not see? I popped you out. You're popped out. Yeah. Full screen. Exit full screen. Ah.
People are saying that my volume is super low on your end.
Oh, you are. Your volume is very low. They're 100% right. I'm just trying to. I'll fix that. Here, guys. Sorry about that.
I can also turn it up on my end too.
No, I had it at -25 for the Claire Obscure soundtrack. You're totally good, dude.
Oh.
Okay.
Right, cool.
This is weird. I don't see you in my as a. I'll have to add a new source. I can't see Discord. This is odd. Okay, so I'll just add a new.
What's
window
going on
capture.
here, guys?
Let's see. Oh, you're streaming too, right? Can people hear me fine? Am I good?
I think so. Guys,
Wait.
is he sounding good?
Am I okay, everybody? Okay, there. I got leaked DMs.
Dude, I can't have nudes go out again this
No,
week,
you're
man.
good, bro. You're good. You're good. All right, let's do it. You're really big. I had to do a hold. Oh my god, what is your background, dude? Are these some of the leaks?
Towers.
Are these leaks?
I heard y'all like towers, so. Guys,
Oh my god, is this the new
embracing
Atlas?
It.
No way, dude.
It's pretty crazy.
They're adding like towers to every map. Is that actually going to be a thing, dude?
Every map is a tower now.
No way. Holy crap.
They said we're quadrupling down on towers, ladies and gentlemen. They're going all in. They're going all in.
Crap. Well, that is very unfortunate because I am I'm not the biggest fan of towers, and it sounds like if that's the way, we're going to be fighting the Manticore a lot, those two witches a lot, like every single map is just going to be that boss fight. Okay.
Guys, do I got to tell them, guys? Do I got to tell them? This isn't real.
It's not real. It's not real. Okay, guys, you think I'm that stupid? It looks like chat thinks I'm that stupid. Guys, come on. I'm not that dumb. Okay, there's no way Grinding Your Games would do this. Maybe they do it as a joke, right? But this would never be real, man, right? I am that stupid.
Do you want to collab stream together?
Yes. Let me do that right now. So we have to mute each other once we get in there. So I'll invite you.
Sounds good.
Ready? And then we can share chat. My chat is going bananas right now. Blazeworks TV. Send invite. Yeah, just make sure to mute yourself.
Yeah.
Once you pop in, and you should be good.
Ooh, collaboration.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. And
so our
then
chats.
Mute, turn mic off. Okay.
Perfect. All right. And that's it. That's literally it. There we go.
Oh, and the chats are together. Yo, what up, guys? All right, let's do it.
Everybody say hi to Blaze's chat before we get started here. Okay. Very cool feature. Very cool feature. All right, let me get this
is awesome.
Back up. I think it's all working. All right, we're gonna do an audio test, Blaze. The levels look okay on my end. I just want to make sure we're all good. So give me like a 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic check. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a microphone test.
It looks good to me. Everybody good? All set?
Audio sounds good.
Hi Blaze. Hello Blaze. Let's go. Good. All right, man. We are good to go. I'll do a silly intro and we'll get right into it. I don't even know what to say. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my fellow exiles. Welcome to an incredibly special episode of the Still Sane Podcast. I am here with Blazeworks TV, the host of the rival Passive Tree Podcast, and we are going to discuss all things Path of Exile 2, the Third Edict. Before we get into all the sensitive information that may or may have not come out just moments before we went live, Blaze, my man, how you doing today?
I'm doing so good, man. Before we get into it, I just want to say I love your content. I love what you do for the community. And I'm super grateful and excited to just sit down and chat about this game we love together, man. So thank you for having me. And this is going to be awesome. The hype is real right now, dude.
Has it been buzzing all day? I worked all day. I was really busy after work. I haven't even actually watched the official Grinding Gear Games teaser, but my phone was blown up. My Discord messages blew up. My server's going crazy. It sounds like some interesting stuff was revealed. Have you partaken in the leaks, Blaze?
Try. So I really tried my best to hold off because guys, we're only a day away from this presentation tomorrow. But I'm a weak-willed man and I can only handle so many people DMing me, linking stuff in my chat, and before I knew it, I caved in. So let's just say I'm up to speed on a lot of the things. We don't know if they're actually like confirmed or not, but yeah, I'm pretty much in the know of a lot of things that I probably shouldn't know right now.
Okay, okay. Very interesting because we are less than 24 hours away. I think we're about 20 hours away from the actual reveal as we're recording this. If you're watching this right now, it's probably the day of the reveal and you're trying to stall for time. So maybe, Blaze, maybe we edge just a little bit before we discuss the leaks here, okay? Because you are a relatively new content creator. I saw your content pop up on my feed. You were playing hardcore solo self-found. You've only had Path of Exile 2 videos, and something just drew me to you. And you actually reached out to me, I think, first. I can't remember what it was. My mind is a little jumbled right now. But you showed the initiative, which I really appreciate. I preach that all the time, that all you got to do is reach out and good things will happen. And man, your videos have been popping. You've been having a good time. How has Path of Exile 2 so far, this first 9 months, and content creation been going for you?
It's been going extremely well. I have to say, first and foremost, that the community within the Path of Exile and Path of Exile 2 community has been incredible. People like yourself, people like all of the wonderful creators that I've met over the last 7 months. I can't believe it's already been 7 months, dude. It's wild. Yeah, the community is everything, and it's really what actually like helped me extend the love for the game. I mean, it takes a certain amount of passion towards anything to kind of pursue like a YouTube channel or start putting yourself out there with regards to that. And so it started off with just being incredibly passionate for this game. I haven't been as addicted to a game as Path of Exile 2 since Diablo 2. I'm sure we'll talk about Diablo 2 maybe a little bit during this podcast. But yeah, so overall, it's been fantastic. And I can't wait to see what happens in the future with it as well.
Awesome, man. And Path of Exile 2 is was your first foray into the Path of Exile franchise, right?
Correct. Yes, I barely touched Path of Exile 1. I could never get into it. But I did go back and play Path of Exile 1 for 3.26, and that was an experience for sure.
Yeah, I saw that there was a video on your channel that gained a little bit of traction comparing Path of Exile 2 to Path of Exile 1. If anybody is interested, it's going to be linked in the description of this podcast. But if people are interested in your high level takes, comparing PoE 2 to PoE 1 as a first time PoE 2 player going to PoE 1, what do you have for me?
Yeah, so I mean, out of respect for how much I love Path of Exile 2, I had to go back and try Path of Exile 1. And what I mean by try is actually give it like a actual play through the whole game, beat the campaign, get to maps. I set a bunch of goals for myself that I wanted to do. And the whole goal of the video was essentially to showcase a pretty rare perspective, someone who's never really played Path of Exile 1 before, but has a significant amount of hours in PoE 2. So myself, I have like 1,000+ hours in PoE 2. I play specifically on hardcore solo self-found, and I wanted to use that experience basically to see how far I could get in Path of Exile 1 without using any build guides, without using any external resources. And I gotta say, it was actually a lot of fun. I intentionally rage baited a lot of people because quickly learned that after any criticism towards Path of Exile 1, whether it was like meaningful or not, can rub people the wrong way, which I can definitely understand. But I think it was a super fair take on it, and, yeah, honestly, I was like, "I can't wait to go back." Like, once there's a new league, I can't wait to go back and actually play the game and go down that rabbit hole with some build guides and stuff.
What was the thing you enjoyed most about playing PoE 1? I'm curious.
The thing I enjoyed most about PoE 1 was actually, like, seeing, this is going to kind of sound weird, but seeing the stuff that could potentially make its way into PoE 2, like Path of Exile 1 is jam packed full of so much good stuff. And it was like, in my mind, even if PoE 1, or sorry, even if PoE 2 gets a fraction of all this content that PoE 1 has, which I do believe it'll have in the future, it's going to be incredible. So it just got me like excited to play PoE 2 more, which is weird.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. We're really enjoying our time in both games, and hey, it's Path of Exile 2's time to shine right now. We're hopefully on a solid release cadence for these two titans of ARPGs, and before we get into Path of Exile 2, guys, just a little bit longer. Come on, just hold out just for a few minutes longer. You started PoE 2 hardcore solo self-found. I feel like maybe you played a game, an ARPG before that would have inspired you to torture yourself in this way and really go hardcore. Have you played any other ARPGs in the past, please?
There's a game I like to talk about
Okay.
on occasion
Okay.
called Diablo 2. And admittedly so, I've been playing that game for about 20 plus years. And so I was never the biggest like hardcore like player in that game in terms of like the actual game mode, but that is the game that made me fall in love with ARPGs. And Diablo 2 and Path of Exile 2 actually have a significant amount of stuff in common, as I think you realized after you kind of dipped your toes into it recently.
I did, yeah. It was shocking. The initial character progression is something that really stunned me, especially comparing Diablo 2, as it currently is with Resurrected, that's what I played, to Path of Exile 2 010. So just that first 36-hour period, that's what it felt most similar to. Without any increases to loot, without any changes to difficulty. I mean, in Diablo 2, I still didn't have rings when I was going into Act 2. I don't think I have an amulet yet. I stopped playing. I was having some health issues, but I wasn't fully geared. And every single interesting item slot that I hadn't found a lot of before, every time it dropped, even if it was just magic, I was like, oh, yeah, that's so cool. Or I'd see something in a vendor, and I'd be like, okay, I need to save up gold, and eventually I'm going to come back and get this. It was really interesting. I assume you've noticed similarities as well, not only with the gameplay mechanics, but also with the act structure and everything.
Yeah, I did a whole video on this. So if you guys are interested in like my full breakdown, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. And got to give a shout out to Off Meta Michael as well. He did a great one as well. But yeah, it's it's jarring actually when you sort of break down the influence that Diablo 2 has had, not only on Path of Exile 2, but Path of Exile 1, being that it was the prime like inspiration for grinding gear games actually making an ARPG in the first place. But I really think they went like they went hard in the inspiration on Path of Exile 2 for sure.
Which is interesting too, because, Chris Wilson, I think he was the lover of Diablo 2 along with Eric Olafson and the Brian Weissman. They love Diablo 2. And from recent interviews, it almost sounds like Jonathan was just like, yeah, we can make an action RPG. Sure, I played Diablo 2 with the boys. It didn't sound like he was super into D2, but Path of Exile 2 has so many of those Diablo 2 inspirations in it. It seems that it was his baby and Mark Roberts' baby. And that's an interesting thing. I don't know if Mark played a ton of D2 or anything. He always talks about being a Path of Exile 1 player because he's a little bit younger than them. But it is curious how so many things are similar. I wonder if that's just going to continue as the game evolves, or with this latest update that we are going to talk about momentarily. A lot is going to evolve and change based on feedback. Curious to see.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree. Jonathan Rogers hasn't been the most vocal about the Diablo 2 inspiration. When I was doing my research on that video, a lot of it is actually Chris Wilson talking about how we wanted to make the sequel for Diablo 2 and not everyone was doing it properly. I don't know. I don't want to name any names, but there was a game coming out that didn't really hit the nail on the head for Chris. And Jonathan Rogers kind of seemed like he was kind of going along with what Chris wanted to do. So I'd be curious actually to hear what he sort of has to say about Diablo 2 and maybe if he enjoyed it as much as Chris did, or if he was sort of just along for the ride either way.
Yeah. Good interview question to elaborate on maybe next time. Okay, Blaze. I think we've edged people long enough. We should at least touch on some of the stuff coming up with Path of Exile 2. The Third Edict. Before you saw the leaks, Blaze, What were you expecting from this patch? It's the first in almost 5 months, right? They're pushing it. But were you expecting a lot? Were you trying to temper your expectations? What were your high level predictions for 0.3?
So I try to manage my expectations as much as possible with stuff like this because sometimes people get out of control with what they expect. And so I kind of look at it in two different ways. The first way I look at it is, what are my expectations if GGG is actually producing enough content to complete the game when they said they want to complete the game? So they have stated that like there's a 60% chance. I don't know if this has changed, but as far as I know, there's a 60% chance that Path of Exile 2 hits 1.0 by like December. So the next expansion basically after this one. So if that's the case, we should be expecting a lot of stuff coming in 0.3. Do I think that that's actually going to happen? I think there's a very slim chance that Path of Exile 2 will hit 1.0 at the target date. And so that kind of like reels in my expectations a bit. And I have to preface, like coming from sort of maybe a Blizzard refugee, all of the stuff that grinding your games actually does is like way above and beyond what my expectations are normally for like patches. Like I even said in Dawn of the Hunt, this was something that like this is going to sound rough, but this is something that Blizzard would sell me as like a $50 expansion pack. And it sounds like they're going above and beyond with more stuff in 0.3. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. I'm kind of trying to look at it in terms of like what's realistic and not like um, going overboard. Like I don't expect all 3 acts to be released. I don't expect more than one class to be released. This is just me kind of honing in, making sure that I'm not like disappointed and more just like hyped about it.
Yeah, that's also the approach I have attempted to take. Last league, I was on the opposite spectrum. I thought with the Huntress it was going to be the druid. I don't think I was too confident Axe would come out, but I was so hyped on that druid coming out, and I thought it was basically confirmed. I think I even said 100% confirmed at one point, and I was burned really, 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 really bad. So this time I'm like, oh, even though I'm really anticipating it coming out, can't say it's confirmed. And especially since Grinding Gear Games didn't tease anything at Gamescom today. They haven't hinted at the druid at all since like the last time I talked with Jonathan when he said, oh, it's not ready yet. It's not ready. We don't want to talk about that. Okay. It's just not ready. So it might be, judging from what I've seen from the leaks, they may have really looked at the entire current game and just developed it massively between April 2nd and August 29th, which if they pull it off right, it could be the right approach. It could be a very smart approach too. Actually developing all the systems presently in the game instead of just adding more content in, which is what a lot of people have wanted quite a bit. So, Blaze, I thought it might be a little fun if we played kind of a game. It's impromptu because we scheduled this podcast months in advance, everybody watching. We did not know this was going to happen. So this is all kind of improvised. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I thought we could play a game of leak or not leak, Blaze. Okay, so I have chatted a little bit with the current live chat about the leaks. You have read the leaks in their entirety. So people who don't want leaks, turn off the podcast now. I'm sorry. Blaze, let's start with something you find really exciting. Could you like maybe pitch it to me as it could be a leak or it could be something fake? And I'm going to try to suss out if it's fake or not from you. We're going to discuss it and see how cool it would be if it was added in the third edict. Okay?
Okay, I love this try. Let's do it. All right, the first thing, guys, leak or not leak? Sprint coming in 0.3. Something that we've probably talked about together. Something that I've had a lot of chats about on Twitch and with my friends. This is something that I would love to hear your opinion on, the sprint option.
Okay. Sprint in the game. So I actually talked about this in my video earlier today. I thought that they were just going to do a baseline movement speed increase, maybe about what you're getting from the Trial of the Sekima, about 20%. It would just speed up the entire game, maybe speed up the monsters a little bit, make everything feel less sluggish. But everybody was saying sprint is coming. I feel like it has to be... It can't be like Diablo 2. That felt really bad in Diablo 2, I'm not going to lie. And apparently it's a non-factor for smart people. I was an idiot, and I'm like running out of stamina, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get these stamina potions. Man, dude, if they do something with a sprint, like a stamina system, I will be sad. I've heard, though, it might be infinite. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if they'd add an infinite sprint into the game. Like, does it have trade-offs? Do you know?
Okay, so what I've heard,
Okay.
and again, guys, this is all speculation. Like, I don't know if this is going to be completely debunked tomorrow or later tonight by somebody else who found some more information on this. But from what I understand, there's going to be an option to hold down the space bar after you dodge roll to initiate a sprint. And basically, what was going to happen is that you can essentially run at an accelerated speed. And if you get hit while you're sprinting, there's actually going to be a falling down animation, essentially similar to, like, I guess how you fall off your Roa.
Oh,
And so
God.
maybe that's the trade-off. And I'm not gonna lie, Try, this sounds a bit rough. Like, this was not the like way that I thought that they would approach movement speed, but this is something that people have talked about and it's been part of the leak information.
Okay. What's rough about... I think the roughest thing about it is it's one, it sounds real because of all the extra things you put in there. You hold spacebar, you roll. That leak might be real, dude. I think that leak might be real. What? Are you gonna be able to sprint in the end game? Like, I guess they don't want you to be able to skip monsters. So maybe this is just for map traversal, because like sprinting in the end game probably will be impossible, I'd say, because there's so many projectiles flying around, there's so many monsters. Is it any hit and you just get heavy stun? That'd be crazy, man. Like, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think it must have something to do with your stun bar, like similar to how the Roa works, where
Oh.
you're not getting knocked off the Roa immediately, but depending on how much stun threshold you have, I would assume that that would affect your like getting knocked down.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, dude, I don't know. I feel like if they have the sprint button in, that's just going to unlock a lot of different like tech, like
Yep.
sprint spamming into animation canceling and stuff like that, which is actually interesting, I think. But on the whole, yeah, I'm just surprised that like this is part of the leaks, and I was not expecting this to be like their solution to the movement speed issue, which has been a massive issue for the
Right.
player base.
What, okay. So it increases, so it's sprint. I assume it increases your movement speed. What do you think would be a realistic amount? Okay, it has a big drawback. Heavy stun like a Roa if you get hit. Maybe like 35% and up, maybe? Or do you think it's... People in chat were saying it was 20%. I feel like that's... I don't know if I'd do that, honestly. Like, how
I
often would
had
I use
one
that?
guy in my chat saying it was double your movement speed, which I thought was ridiculous. But yeah,
Oh.
I would be happy with like a 25% increase. I think that would be like good. Yeah, double your base movement speed just sounds way too blasty, way too
Right.
zoomy, especially like at the end game when you're like flying already. Like, imagine having a movement speed shrine, which is already increasing your movement speed by double, and then sprinting on top of that. Like, that's outrageous. I think that that's like insane.
That right, and like extra buffs in Trial the Sekima too, and everything. And I saw a broken build that was increasing movement speed to a huge degree. So if it just flat doubled your movement speed, that'd be too wild, man. You know what? Also,
Mhm.
this is almost inconsequential to everybody. But back in 2021, when they were first teasing Path of Exile 2, they showcased that depending on how fast you were moving, your character's animation would change. And they had like a giga fast, almost like a Naruto run style. I wonder if the speed's increasing that much, if they'll actually add that for each character class. So you're like flailing your arms, and you're like wielding a shield, or oh man, dude, it's gonna be that'd be pretty funny. I'm looking forward to that.
That would be hilarious if every class had its own Naruto run animation. Try it. We're delving into the realm of like obscurity here. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, hey, dude, but you're right. You're right. I don't know how a sprint would be game changing. Like that's one of the biggest complaints is just the movement speed. So, and if they add sprint, I mean, they can't take it away either, dude. If it's seriously like a huge movement speed increase, they must have thought long and hard about this, because that is a lot of power and freedom of movement to give to people and then take it away. So, okay, sprinting. All right, Blaze, another leak that I've seen in my chat, a leak that I got from my brother. Tell me it isn't so, dude. The leak said no new class. Bull or not? Like, what do you think?
Oh, dude, I don't think that's true, man, but this might be copium. Like I really hope that there's at least one new class. I don't know if it's going to be the druid, but I was under the impression that there was going to be something new. I thought I saw a leak towards axes, which would maybe lean in the direction of marauder, but yeah, that's rough if your brother's dropping that on you, man.
Oh,
Holy.
right. He's like, no druid, dude. It's not happening.
Yeah.
It's the worst. So, I if they don't do a class though, I mean the existing stuff coming in has to be pretty wild. If you read through all the leaks, there's no class. What is your highlight in terms of balance changes or character customization changes? Because we'd assume then all of their resources were diverted, just touching up existing skills, ascendancy class, all that stuff. Was there anything that piqued your interest, or a few things?
Well, try to be honest with you. I think, and I kind of share this opinion with a lot of people that you've talked about, and I think you've spoken about this as well. Like, if I had to pick whether we were getting a new class or new content in terms of like an act or something like that, I definitely am leaning towards the side of act, just because
Yeah.
it just introduces so much more content to the game, which we desperately need more of. And I think it fleshes out the end game a bit more. So if, that is the case, I'd be okay with it, but I know that a lot of people, their draw card is experiencing the game through the lens of a new class, and so I really hope that it's both, to be honest, but, yeah, like, I want the game, like, the acts to be, like, the priority, personally, because,
Right.
yeah, it's just gonna make the game experience better for everybody. Another leak that we, could definitely talk about was actually a thing called interludes, which is essentially what they're introducing as a replacement for cruel. I don't Did
Oh
you
boy.
hear about this in chat at all?
In chat, they were telling me about it. It's like three mini acts. Really?
Yeah. So, here's the thing.
Oh boy.
No one likes playing through the campaign on cruel, right? Like that is something that people are constantly complaining about, myself included. I love the campaign so much. I have so much fun doing all the bosses, all the zones, but running it back a second time, it's just not it, man. And I know that's a byproduct of just being early access and stuff like that, but so what they're introducing as part of leaked information, what they're supposedly introducing is this sort of bridge to the end game that's not cruel. It's sort of like these mini acts. What are your thoughts? How do you feel about that, in terms of its replacement to Cruel?
Okay, so right out the gate, they have to not make these feel like maps if they're supposed to be mini acts. So they probably have like actual stories, flows. Will they have like new bosses, or is it just going to be all repeated? Like, I think that's better than leaving Cruel in the game. If Cruel's going to be was going to be in the game for another 4 or 5 months, all the way until December, it's going to make that flow a lot better. The only thing I'm worried about then, if they're mini acts, I hope they got the length right, because I think the double Cruel is about how long they want the campaign to be. But if these new mini acts, just sounds ridiculous. Mini acts are like
Mini
super
eggs.
short. Mini acts. It sounds, if they're too short and people get so comfortable to that. Once they do eventually drop Act 5 and 6 in, I wonder I wonder if it'll backfire a little bit. I don't know. Like, it's exciting that I don't have to double run through Act 3 is like my least favorite to double run through for some reason. I think it's just because it has some of the more labyrinthine areas. I'm fine with Act 1 and Act 2. But getting hopefully brand new stuff would be pretty cool. Was there any other extra information? Like, is it reskin stuff, brand new stuff? Oh, there is. Okay.
So what I've come to realize
Oh
here
boy.
through this lengthy post is, so each of these mini acts, or mini eggs as we'll call them, are are 6 to 7 zones, 4 bosses, and these basically will encompass a total of like 24 more bosses, and they'll have like temporary stories. This seems
Ooh.
wild as well, but
How they have the
apparently they
time?
will
What?
that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like this is a lot. Like this is substantial. But yeah, no, I think it's a great alternative to Cruel. Honestly, like if it's randomized in some way too, where you're playing through these mini acts again, and every time you do it, it's a little bit different, or if it's in a different order, or you get a different story. I think that just keeps it super fresh for the new playthroughs as well.
Yeah, 100%. And just having new monsters, new bosses to fight, and everything. Somebody earlier in chat said there's going to be like 100 plus new monsters in Act 4 alone, which is that's ludicrous, the amount. I don't know if Acts 1, 2, and 3 have that many monsters within, but that's like one of my favorite parts of Path of Exile 2. The monsters have actual identities, and when you don't insta kill them, you do actually have to engage with their mechanics, and it's super fun. And I can imagine like hardcore solo self-found, you you have to pay extremely close attention to those mechanics. Yeah, like do you know all the different monster abilities at this point?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's monsters in the game that everyone dies to. I think everyone's died in Hardcore Soul Self-Found to a little old lady called the River Hag in the Drowned City. But yeah, dude, that's the beautiful thing about Path of Exile 2 is that and this is something that is a Diablo 2 inspiration as well, is that these monsters have identity, as you said, and the identity comes from the difficulty. The identity comes from having abilities that you have to watch out for, that you have to be careful of, and that creates actually like a memorable experience when fighting them. Like the Eternal Knights in Act 1, where they're reflecting your projectiles. Like you could go on a huge list of like memorable mobs in the game. And I'm like so excited to see what they cooked up for these 100 new ones. Like, holy dude, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and we saw previews of this 2 years ago, so it's going to be also compelling to see how much has changed between now and then. Because we know like Act 1, 2, and 3 have changed drastically just in the time they've been in early access. I can only imagine how much they've ripped apart with Act 4 being behind the scenes and all that stuff. So, wow, interlude acts, Act 4. Okay. I mean, that's a juicy amount of content. Obviously, obviously there's also Abyss coming. Did the leaks touch on that at all, or not? Maybe not.
Not from what I saw. I feel like
Ooh.
it's not like all but confirmed, but I feel like the teaser stuff really points in that direction. This is sort of stuff that hasn't been teased yet, but is probably going to get announced tomorrow if it's true.
Okay.
One thing that I'd love to ask you about,
Okay.
that's a sort of leak or not leak, is
Oh boy.
so right now, it's not as I think we've kind of banged out two of the really really big ones here, but one of the new changes that actually is quite big is using multiple copies of support gems. So from what I understand, essentially you can't use the same copy of a support gem on the same skill. So guys, don't get too excited. We're not using primal armament 5 times on lightning spear or volt 5 times on lightning spear next time, but essentially it's going to be similar to like how the Gemling Legionnaire works, where you can use multiple support gems in various different skills. So you can have primal armament in a few different skills instead of just one. What are your thoughts? Leak or not leak?
Okay. Okay. People were talking about this in chat earlier. If they were to go back on this, this would completely reverse Jonathan, Mark, everybody trying to pitch this to us for literally a year now. So I don't know. I'm gonna. Okay. Did you say unlimited or just two, like the Gemling Legionnaire? Like there's a limit of two. You can use two of each support gem. The leak said.
That's a good question.
Or did
Yeah,
it say just
it
use
says here just
multiple?
it says here just multiple.
No. See, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Because that would
yeah.
Jonathan and Mark have talked about how like, and they've convinced a lot of people, like me. I'm not the greatest at build crafting. That limitations breeds diversity, right? And they also have added like what 200 plus new support gems. I'm just a little. If this is true, if this leak is actually true, so it's in the leaks, that would mean that what? Probably like half or more of the support gems, are people going to use them, or are they just going to rot? That's the weird thing, right? Because there are objectively worse support gems than the other pairs. I don't know. Maybe they're fine with that. What do you think? Like, are there a lot that you just will never touch anymore now that you can use primal armament or like martial tempo? Isn't that the attack speed one? Martial tempo in every skill, baby. That's right. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
That's immediately where my mind went. There's obviously like certain support gems, like heavy swing for extra physical damage, as you mentioned, martial tempo for extra attack speed. There's just a lot of those like really powerful, really good skill gem or support gems, I should say, that are sort of like you have to pick and choose what you're powering up with. And I personally don't love the multiple support gem use in various different skills. I thought that that was a super special way to identify the Gemling Legionnaire. So what's going to happen with the Gemling
True.
Legionnaire? They're going to get more of that.
True.
But yeah, I feel like right now it's a bit rough because we just don't have all of the support gems. So it feels like we're kind of stuck in these like specific combos and sets of support gems to make these skills work. But I think that's just going to get solved with more time and more support gems in the future. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like my mind goes to not loving this setup. I feel like I liked the controlled chaos of having to sort of know the synergies and what works together. And I was actually really excited to see what more new support gems came out and not just reusing the ones I'm already familiar with.
Right. Now, so on that, chat said something earlier. I don't know if it's true or not, so I'll have to talk about it in a moment about new support gems, lineage gems, or something like that. But on that point, I think someone in chat pointed out, and I kind of agree with them, that this didn't actually breed build diversity because it encouraged like putting all the best gems into one or it didn't breed like skill diversity. That's the word I was looking for. They used the wrong word. Person in chat, wrong word. Skill diversity died because the best gems were all piled into one skill, the best skill. All the supports went in there, and then all the other supports were bad, right? So you didn't really use the other skills, okay? There were a few scenarios like with Serpent's Fury or something, right, where you can have Lightning Spear, you can have Serpent's Fury. Those are giga buffed, but say you're doing like I don't know, like a poison build. I think there's only like a few gems relating to poison. Well, there are a whole bunch of skill gems relating to poison. What are you going to use your supports for on those? So I think the change makes sense, but we'll have to see how it plays out. I think a lot of the supports are just going to die, and you're right. You will be using the same old supports. Like that's what happened in PoE 1. Honestly, you knew the good supports to use on your skills, and that's what you used, right? So maybe with the greater volume of skills and how they perform differently in terms of animations or their actual uses, like you'll use a greater variety of supports. We'll just have to see how it plays out, though. So yeah, I think you have a good point. Good point. Also, somebody in chat also said we look like long lost brothers, and I kind of just noticed the resemblance. We both have our hair like combed back and everything. Our faces are the same shape.
We're just two handsome dudes having a chat, boys. We're not related, okay?
Right.
Trust me.
We're not related. We're not related. He's an artist. I'm not an artist. I'm really bad at art. So, okay. I want to go to if this is real, it'll be so cool. It sounded like a fake, like somebody was faking with the leaks. So tell me, Blaze, I believe you. Lineage support gems. The person in chat said they're basically unique support gems. What? Is this in the leak? Is that real?
This is actually one of the things that I got the most excited for. As I mentioned in your like big collab video, which is terrific, by the way. That was awesome. We just need more stuff that's like really rare and exciting to find. So if they add these like new lineage support gems or like unique support gems to the end game, this is just going to create more of those like dopamine moments, and that actually create like interesting builds as well from them. Where like that's going to be like the cherry on top, maybe, or an actual build enabling support. So I really hope this is real because it just sounds awesome.
Are they drop only? They have to be drop only. Then you can't carve them, I presume.
So
right.
From what I understand, like they're only support gems and they only drop, and there are 40 unique ones that we might be able to pick up, and they're dropping from end game only. I would assume pinnacles and high tier maps.
Ooh.
So similarly to how level 20 gems drop from level 80 plus, I would assume that it would be something similar to that.
So they're going to be chase support gems in the game. Oh, let's go, dude. There's something like this. You probably didn't hit it in PoE 1. There are things called awakened support gems. However, if in PoE 1, they're awakened versions of existing support gems. So it's like awakened multi-strike. When I played a lot, I didn't play this last league, but when I played a lot, that was the most coveted support gem. It was a far more powerful version of the existing support multi-strike. However, unique support gems, dude, that means they're like unique. I sound like a total idiot. That means they're unique support gems, Blaze. Like they do different things, I presume. They're not going to just be like unique poison support or unique oh goodness, my mind, martial prowess support, whatever. That's cool. Were there any examples in the leaks, or was it just like dropping a bomb with no
No.
receipts? What is this? Oh my gosh.
I know, dude. I wish I had the presentation right in front of me. I could just read off what Jonathan and Mark would be talking about tomorrow,
Hey,
but they don't. I would imagine that, like, the way that uniques work in Path of Exile 2 is they have a trade-off, right? There's oftentimes a really strong, powerful positive tied to a negative as well. That's kind of the way that they've structured a lot of the unique items in the game.
yeah.
And so I would imagine that these are offering some sort of a similarly designed system where they offer incredible, oftentimes niche power at the cost of something
Yeah.
pretty significant as well.
Dude, that's so exciting. It sounds like from a lot of what I've been reading and hearing with you, they actually are tackling something that everybody was really worried about in that video. And dude, I just realized your contribution to the big collab was they need more interesting drops. That's literally what unique support gems would do. You said they only drop in the end game and pinnacles. I mean, you called it, bro. Seriously. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's what we play these games for, right? And chat saying that there was a bunch of examples. I didn't look at those examples, so I'm sorry that I can't like name off some of the unique supports. But dude, the fact that we're getting more cool shit to pick up, that's what keeps players logging in. We want to have more of these moments. We're finding more cool shit for our builds, and so yeah, like the more we can do that, the better for sure.
100%. Now, one thing that I've heard nobody talk about, and you didn't bring it up, so I'm just gonna ask, dude. No new ascendancy classes? Anything with
Yeah,
ascendancy classes in the leaks? I mean,
that's another thing that I was like really surprised not to see. Like, dude, what the heck? Like,
Chris,
there's got to be. Okay, try. Hold on. Before we
okay,
go any further,
okay,
one
pause.
thing that people kept saying in my chat was
Okay.
that everything that I'm reading here was only 40% of what's actually coming in the patch, dude. Like that statistic or that number. And I was like, okay, so the patch is going to be double or more of what we're getting here in these
Oh no,
leaks.
no, but we're trusting a leaker's word here. That's the thing, man. All right, this person, unfortunately, or fortunate, I mean, I have seen very few people upset except no druid. Okay, but there still could be druid. Do you think this is going to have a positive or negative impact on tomorrow's stream? Like, what are your true thoughts? Are people going to be more excited and more people are going to watch, or is this going to be like, I'm tuning out, I'm not going to watch? What do you think? What do you think's going on?
For me, the fact that there's more to this actually gets me even more hyped, and even reading all of this stuff, it just gets me excited in general. Try, like, I'm not gonna lie, like the hype is just this has just accentuated my hype to a new level for sure. I think that a lot of people are pretty disappointed about the leaks. I know that there was people in my stream who decided to tune out because I started a like leak friendly stream, and a lot of people are like, I'm closing my eyes, I'm closing my ears, I don't want to hear anything. And I was, yeah, admittedly so, one of those people a few hours ago. But yeah, so I think it can go both ways. Honestly, it sucks because I know that GGG puts a lot of time and effort into these presentations. They do a wonderful job, and I know that like they are going to be presenting, you know to the best of their abilities, everything. So it sucks that we got to this point, but I'm still stoked, man.
According to the leaker, they're going to present the other 60% of the information. So everybody should tune in to see the other 60% if this is only 40. Well, that's, man, it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow. Like we're the reveal tomorrow. The release is just a week and a half out. Blaze, do you, based on the leaks or just based on vibes, do you know what you're going to be starting maybe? Do you have any ideas? I know you've been practicing league start runs, so anything particular you're looking at?
Yeah, so I think for hardcore solo self-found, my go-to league start is Smith of Katava, obviously for its like really powerful defensive capabilities. Um, that actually might be an option, especially if they introduce some of the stuff that they talked about in the leaks, like reducing the armor and shield movement speed penalties, which actually just really feels bad right now. So,
Oh, they
like if they do that,
did that?
yeah,
What?
that's part of the leaks as well. Is like
Are
a
you
reduction
lying? Was this a
on the
leak or
movement
no leak again? Oh my god.
No,
Now you're
I
making
swear,
stuff up.
dude. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
so Smith and Katava is usually like my go-to. But if there's a
Okay.
new ascendancy or sorry, a new class with a new weapon, I would love to just try that out and see how viable that is in hardcore solo southbound, and probably end up on the beach after not too long.
How many times have you ripped typically when you're playing hardcore solo self-found in PoE2?
I just died today, actually. Level 94 Blood Mage. I died. My first time ever was dying in the King of the Mist maze, guys. I'm sorry. My GPS was turned off. Somebody hid all the glowing orbs from me, and I didn't know that you could just log out. And so I like just took it on the chin, dude. And I just died. Yeah, it happens all the time, man. And that's a part of the game. You got to just learn from it. And I can't even count how many times I've died anymore, bro.
Man,
Yeah.
level 94. That's high, dude. Our friend F's with Farum reached level 100. I wonder if they're going to be addressing that curve a little bit in the 90s. I know I think I got level 93 as the highest I've reached. Do you think that curve is okay coming from Diablo 2? And I know level 99 is near unobtainable or unattainable for a lot of players. Is that something that you have a positive outlook on? Like it's almost mystical reaching that level, or do you think, we want people to be able to max out their characters easier? What do you think?
Yeah, it's an interesting topic. I
Yeah.
know that right now I've never got past level 96 and a half. The XP curve, even at level 96, is insane, dude. Like the amount of grinding you have to do. But we have to consider how it's being balanced for like future content. And maybe right now it's just that we don't have that future content to expedite the XP gain process. So it really just depends. Like if they're going to release stuff that allows us to gain more XP at the late end game when you're pushing high 90s, then I think it's fine. But if that's just the way it's supposed to be, I feel like the achievement of hitting level 100 should be something that not a lot of people ever get. I know that Jonathan and Mark have talked about like they don't expect many people to ever get to level 100. And so I do think that it should be a significant achievement, but right now I think that it's too significant.
It's a pinnacle task for sure. It's way harder than in Path of Exile 1. Let me tell you that. With all the different tools you have at your disposal there, and I think it's even less XP in Path of Exile 1. I have multiple level 100s in PoE 1. In PoE 2, dude, whoa, not happening. So I guess we could talk a little bit about just your experiences with PoE 2 so far. If what has been your biggest gripe with the game thus far? If you had one thing that you could change about it, if you were in Jonathan or Mark's position, you could change it tomorrow, it's ready for the third edict, what would it be?
That's a really good question. I feel like there's a lot of things, and there's not one particularly that stands out to me. And there's a lot of stuff that's actually been just discussed through various people, and I have to kind of just like accentuate those topics. Like we need more end game, 100%. I know that they've talked about the end game being sort of like a not placeholder, but something they cooked a little bit before the game came out. And that's where a lot of like the grinders, the people who want to play the game for a long time are falling short with. So I would just love to see that flushed out more as much as
Okay.
possible. It's hard for me to really nail down one big gripe. Like another one, I feel like a broken record just talking about this, but one is crafting. I think a lot of people have their sort of like baseline for crafting being PoE 1, which is so expansive. And so going from that to PoE 2, where we just have like glorified slot machine, it's tough. And so I
Mm.
really hope that in 0.3 we get more crafting opportunities as well. Yeah, I feel like crafting and endgame are two really big ones. And
I
I talked about it on your previous video too, like the items. I don't really get too excited about finding too many items in the game, and I think that it's probably because I'm playing hardcore solo Southbound, where like it's hard to use a lot of these cool uniques. But I would love to find more super rare items, like the ones that you don't find maybe once every league or something, that are just like an insta equip, or those items that provide those builds that you are searching for, basically.
100%. I agree on all three fronts, especially crafting. We've discussed it to death. There's very little entry level or mid level crafting. It's all kind of locked out. Everything else is RNG. If you're rich, you can print items pretty easily using the omen system and all that. But if you're not, you are at the mercy of whatever orbs you're able to get your hands on, because you're not touching those. You're not touching the omens. It's just not happening, unfortunately. And those higher tier essences in the level X. So I would love if they added that in. I know that's been a big point of feedback. I know that they've heard people. They have pushed though. They've said like, oh, we'll get to it, but we prefer it being more RNG based. So I hope they do kind of bend on that. I don't want fully deterministic. I know a lot of people would prefer something closer to Last Epoch. I think there's there's two distinct parts here. At the high end, I think you should have a lot of randomness. And then at the low end, when you're making entry to mid-level items, it should be a little bit more deterministic. It's almost like the opposite of what it is right now. Where at the high end, you're just like, yep, I'm going to do this and I'm going to make a perfect ring. I've seen the Dead Rabbit 787 Prada videos. I know what's going on. Like, you just spend 1,000 div and you're good to go. And I know that people who are rich are always going to be able to do this. But I think it should be a little bit harder to make these items and easier for me to make items. So I agree with you, dude. With the abyssal whatever coming in, right? We think that it's going to be Abyss mixed with another mechanic. A lot of people have been talking about Delve, right? Did you play any Delve in Path of Exile 1, Blaze?
I did one delve. So when I was playing through Path of Exile 1 try, I basically did every league mechanic that I encountered in the campaign, and that's why it took me so long to get through the campaign. It took me like 20 hours. I know, guys, I'm a noob. I know people do it in 4 or 5 hours. But yeah, so as I was playing through the campaign, obviously there's a lot of mechanics that get introduced, basically a couple every act. And so, yeah, I tried it and I thought it was really cool. But I just moved on because there was a lot more campaign to play and a
Okay.
lot more stuff to experience too. So I never really stuck with it that much.
Okay, well, the people think that they might mix Abyss and Delve together and maybe bring in the crafting system from Delve, which uses fossils and wow, I'm a mega noob right now because I don't remember what the fossil crafter things are called. Oh no. Oh, it's okay. We're just going to cut this out in post, but they're going to add this to the game and it will add some semblance of hype. Really can't remember. Resonators. I didn't look at chat. They're resonators, guys. They're going to add this to the game.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah, thank you, chat. And it's going to add some semblance of determinism to that early crafting experience. So we'll see how it actually plays out. I know for a fact, right, with the teaser, it was titled Kulamak, which is, we think, a very strong underworld abyss entity. So I think a new pinnacle boss is at least coming to the game. Do you have any perhaps guesses on where this boss might come into play? Maybe after Arbiter?
Yeah, it's hard to say. Like, I feel like Arbiter and that particular boss and the way that you engage with him is probably still going to be like the end goal boss. I think that I would assume that this new pinnacle would probably fit into the way that you interact with like the King of the Mists or Zesht and stuff like that. I could be wrong though, and this could be like the pinnacle boss where like he's like the end game guy, but I don't know. I didn't play Delve that much, so I don't really know how much all that stuff works.
Yeah. It's an infinite dungeon, essentially. So it actually functions quite similarly to PoE 2's Atlas system. But I don't think the Abyss Delve mix is the perfect blend right there. I'm more of a Harvest stan. I would love if they added in some Harvest crafting with Delve. You're crafting Abyss items or stuff like that. That would be cool. Is it gonna happen? Probably not. We'll have to see. Okay, I always ask this question, Blaze, to everybody I talk to, or I try to remember it. So we already talked about a change you would make, a gripe you have with the game. I'm curious, if you were in the game director's shoes and you were responsible for designing a league mechanic or an endgame mechanic or just something to add into the game that's a piece of content, not something that's wrong with the game or anything like that, you have a high-level concept on what that might be? The monsters, the theme, what would you do?
That's a good question. It's tough to say because there's so many things that I would just look at in terms of the way they've designed it in Path of Exile 1 and just look towards that, honestly. Like, why reinvent the wheel, so to speak? I would like the wheel to be maybe redesigned and have a new like PoE 2 like polish to it or new rims or something. But there's so many like cool things that are in PoE 1. So I'd be fine with like any of those things coming into the game. I think that they're all fantastic. And yeah, like I don't think I have like an answer in terms of like if I was to be a designer and like design something, like they've already done such a great job in PoE 1 with their end game. Like, please just interpret what you've done and bring the stuff that people love into the game in a new and fresh way. That's what I would do.
Was there one mechanic that popped to you as you encountered it for the first time during your campaign playthrough or a little bit into the end game? Anything that you can grab out of there?
I mean, the weirdest one that I played in PoE 1 was definitely Blight. I feel like the tower defense mechanic one was it's the most, like, quirky and weird, and I'm not saying that that one should be the one that they reinterpret into PoE 2 because it would probably destroy my computer. My poor little 3080 can't handle playing Lightning Spear right now and probably can't handle playing Blight, but yeah, no, like, dude, that one really stuck out to me because I'd never seen something like that in an ARPG before where, like, I was engaging with these, like, towers and, like, doing waves of monsters and stuff like that. So, again, like, they've already done so many unique things in Path of Exile 1. It's just a matter of sort of how they can take that as inspiration and
Yeah,
add a new twist to it in PoE 2.
right. Blight is very polarizing. People love it, they hate it. Their computers can handle it, their computers can't handle it. I'm in the hater camp personally. Although Sister
Mm,
Cassia, man, she sings some banger tunes. Okay, she's awesome.
okay.
That's
Yep.
something I
Yeah.
miss from PoE 1 a lot, and I know you're thinking Sister Cassia, right? Yeah, I know who Sister Cassia is, 100%. That's what PoE 2, in my
Yeah.
opinion, is
I love
missing.
her.
Yeah, yeah, They're missing, I think, just awesome characters that appear in your maps. Right now, maps are a little lonely. Like, they're getting more mechanics, but there's no Einhar leaping out with his net saying that he's ready to capture some beasts, right? You don't constantly encounter Elva saying, what is it? Oh man, I am literally losing my mind. I can't remember what Elva used to say. I haven't played Path of Exile 1 consistently in about a year, guys. This is crazy. I don't remember what Elva says. Oh, this is so sad.
Wait, you're telling me you don't like seeing Delwyn pop up out of nowhere saying, "Oh, you better chase after it." And every single time it's like, "Delwyn, leave me alone, dude. These spirits are gonna kill me, man." But yeah, I know what you mean. There needs to be more of those guys popping in and
Yeah,
so it can give Delwyn some time to chill, man. He's always in these maps hanging out, you
it's
know?
true. I know. Give Delwyn a little bit more personality. Maybe make him useful like Einhar is. Just do some cool stuff with the NPCs, guys. We love those guys from Path of Exile 1. We need more of them in Path of Exile 2. Maybe we'll see that in 0.3. I'm I'm highly anticipating tomorrow. It's gonna be a good one. Is there, before we close it out, Blaze, is there any one feature that you're extremely looking forward to? Like, you just really want to see it in 0.3. If it's not there, you're gonna be sorely disappointed tomorrow.
Any feature that
Yeah.
I'm excited to see.
Yep.
I mean, dude, we talked about a lot of them. It's hard again for me to just nail out one. I just love this game so much, dude,
Huh?
and I'm excited for anything and everything to get added to it. Honestly, like, it's so sick seeing all the people getting hyped up around this game right now. We're all incredibly excited for tomorrow, and yeah, like, there's nothing that comes to mind in terms of the first thing, but everything and anything is what I'm looking forward to.
Every single thing they reveal, you're gonna have a pog face the entire time tomorrow. Blaze, do you have any plans for League launch? You doing anything special? Streams, videos, character paths, whatever? What's going on?
Yeah, so the patch actually comes out the day after my birthday. So thanks GGG for planning it around my birthday. I appreciate that. So I took a week off of work,
Oh,
and yeah, I'm just gonna be grinding. I'm gonna be blasting, and yeah, just ripping hardcore solo self-found as far as I can go, blind into Act 4, and experiencing all those wonderful one shots that await me.
oh yeah, you know the bosses are gonna be absolutely infuriating. Get ready to get wrecked, dude. You're gonna lose a few characters, but it'll be fun along the way. Okay, you'll make it to endgame eventually.
For sure.
All right,
Absolutely. Yeah.
everybody, guys, in the live chat, I'll post it in a few minutes here, but in the description, make sure you guys go check out Blazeworks' YouTube channel. The link is going to be there, and his Twitch channel. You stream on both YouTube and Twitch all the time, yeah?
Yes, I don't stream consistently right now due to like work commitments, but I think that in the future I'll definitely try to commit to a couple days a week. So you guys can come check me out, hang out on Twitch. If you want to watch me die or not die, it's always a good time over there. So come check me out.
Excellent, man. Well, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you for playing Leak or No Leak and just talking about the state of PoE 2 and what's coming tomorrow in the third edict reveal. It's been a great time, dude.
Dude, thank you so much. It's been wonderful chatting with you. Thank you. And yeah, super hyped for tomorrow, boys. We're almost there. Let's go.
Woo! All right. Peace out. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Woo! All right.
Peace.
Thank you, Blaze. That was super fun, dude. That's the YouTube video cut, at
Dude.
least. So,
Can I just say something
Yeah.
after the podcast is over?
yes.
So
Uh-oh.
this all started from basically, I know you brought this up, but me sort of asking you and reaching out to you. And I gotta sort of bring up
Oh,
that
God.
story. I have screenshots actually of how this all happened. I'm not gonna share them guys on stream, but essentially, I was a nobody. I still am a nobody in terms of the YouTube and content creation stuff, but I commented on one of Try's posts, and I just said, I would love to talk about games with you anytime, as a sarcastic remark. It wasn't something that I was serious about. And I don't know if you remember this, Try, but I got hazed by this one guy in the comments for like 15 messages just telling me I'm never going to make it. I should quit right now. I should never make content, like all this stuff. And I was just like, why is this guy so angry? Why is this guy so negative? And I just, took it on the chin, whatever. I know your community's not like that. You give a
Yeah.
wonderful community, but this guy just really stood out to me. And and so then later on down the road, I'm in your stream and you added me on Discord and you said you saw something that I wrote on one of your posts. And I think it might have been that. And ever since then, I've kind of been like poking at you every month or something. Hey, dude, you should come on my podcast, whatever. And now we're here, dude. We had a chat on your podcast, and I just want to say to that guy, look what happened, bro. Look what happened.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to go into the history and see if I see the comments from this person consistently.
I have screenshots.
Oh,
I
you
will
do?
send
Oh,
them
you-
to you.
okay, you should totally send this to me.
They're actually printed out above my bed. I stare
Oh
at them
my
every
god,
night.
no, Blaze, no. That's insane, dude. Well, that's
I
so
know, I
nice.
know.
I really appreciate it, man. I literally espouse this because all it takes is one video. It's pretty fun. You get to chat with people. You get to entertain people. We've got 1,450 live viewers right now watching us. It peaked at like 1,700 across YouTube and Twitch. Just on my channels. I don't know what is on your channels, but dude, we're here. It's so much fun. Games are like, they enable this sort of stuff. People are interested in what we have to say. We're entertaining, or it's just because we're talking about leaks and we're the only live channels right now. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. That could be
but
it.
my
No.
whole point about the story, my whole point with that story, Try, is I think that like you're kind of from what I've seen, like without glazing you too much, because I could a lot more, but normalize glazing your homies. Try, you're like a glue for the community, man. You really bring people together. You introduce a lot of cool people. Don't be embarrassed, man. It's good.
I know.
And yeah, no, I'm super grateful for that. And I think we need more of that in this community, man. So yeah, I'm super appreciative for you and for what you do.
Normalize glazing your bros. I think this is a Calterac statement. So I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Shout out
Yeah.
to the homie.
Yeah, man. It's great. We've tried to form, so everybody in the chat. This is not an it's a semi-announcement. So, 0.2's launch was a little crazy. A lot of people got angry. Even though there were a lot of bad stuff with 0.2, people got a little bit too crazy. So, we've tried to espouse, right? You can critique, you can hate, as long as you're not just attacking people or just being really mean. That's totally fine. We really don't like that in the community. Like I know some of you watching may think that I'm crazy for saying this, but like I play games because I enjoy them. Blaze, why do you play games?
Because I want to argue with random people on the internet. You don't do that.
Like obviously,
that's the only reason to play games.
Like obviously, games have problems, right? What is going on? What is going on? Sorry, somebody is gifting tons of subs in our chat.
You just got 20 gifted.
Whoa,
Holy.
Salami Jack with the 20 gifted subs. Holy crap. Sorry, I don't have notifications on. I'm looking at Blaze's beautiful face right here. So thank you, Salami Jack. I don't know. I get having a lot of having qualms with games and having critiques and getting really heated about things, but going and attacking other people and trying to tear them down. I made a comment the other day about how I always try to pick people up instead of kick them down. And somebody responded saying, "Oh, so you're probably one of those kids or one of those parents who loves participation trophies and you always reward your kid even if they get last place." Actually, no. One, pretty conservative, but we don't need to get into that, all right? Two, instead of kicking them down, I tell them, here's what you did wrong, here's how to improve next time, here's how you're going to get first place. It's so crazy how people just immediately think too, oh yeah, you're very toxically positive. You're just encouraging people no matter. No, guys. And and all that is to say, I think Blaze, I think a lot of the people I try to talk to, they exhibit that really well, and that's the kind of thing I think we should try to lift up, you know, because there's enough anger online. So I appreciate chatting with you, dude. It was really nice. It was really chill. It's good.
Absolutely, man. It's been a pleasure, dude. And yeah, I know that we kind of went into a podcast 2.0 here, but yeah, guys, we all have our own opinions and we can express them and not have to be so polarized all the time. It's crazy. Why are we so polarized, boys? We just,
We're talking in a
everyone's
beta
got their own
voice.
opinion.
We're talking in a beta voice, Blaze.
Yeah.
It's pissing people off. Oh God.
I do that all the time, so sorry if that's triggering for some people.
You know, we have different vocal ranges. It's cool. It's cool. Very bubbly. Man, it's really green in here. I just realized, like, I haven't been looking at myself, and now I just, like, my green light's going crazy, dude. It's like I'm playing the Vessel of Hatred again. Holy crap. That's wild. Goodness gracious.
Can I ask you something before we take off? And it's
Oh.
nothing to do with all of this stuff, but
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, what are your plans for point three? Because I know,
Yeah,
like, you
point
have
three,
a lot
yeah.
of commitments and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? Are you in a long stream? What's happening?
Well, I was going to do a 24-hour stream if all 3 acts were added and if Druid was added. It sounds like we're not getting all 3 acts, so that's nix. Druid sounds unlikely now based on the leaks. Or they could be wrong, and we could be getting them. So if we get Druid, I will be doing a 24-hour live stream, and it's going to be super fun, and I'm going to play my bear man. Other than that, yeah, just going to do a long stream. I think I'm going to play with my brother in hardcore. So we're going to do hardcore bro SF. So it's not going to be solo
dude.
self. It's going to be good. All right. My brother,
Yes.
just so you guys all know, people are like, stop talking about your family. Well, my family plays Path of Exile too. My dad is the hardcorest out of all of us. My brother, well, he also plays. We are both not the best players. My brother is not like a streamer. He doesn't like talk in public all the time. So it's going to be very different, okay? I don't know how it's going to go. It might crash and burn, right? So we're just going to give it a go. See if it's fun. If it's fun, we'll keep doing it. If it's not, we won't. But yeah, just the normal videos. I've got a lot of podcasts lined up, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm hoping it's a good patch, right? We won't know anything really until tomorrow when the reveal drops and the patch notes drops, but I'm pretty enthusiastic. And if it's not great, then we can all talk about the bad things, and hopefully for 0.4 in December, it's better. But I'm pretty optimistic as usual. Thanks for asking. Appreciate it.
Surely it can't be worse than Dawn of the Hunt, right?
No, well, see, that's the thing. I think that even if it's not, a lot of people have a conception that, you know, liking a game or being positive about a game or like being excited about it, that's what drives lots of clicks and that's what drives a lot of money. You guys could not be more wrong. I'm actually kind of against the grain here, guys. Somehow, like, Talkative Try, the channel, actually gets views being positive. That's not common, guys, right? Usually what drives lots of clicks and lots of money is that negativity, and you could see that with, like, Dawn of the Hunt, right? The most popular Piri2 videos are Dawn of the Hunt hate compilation videos, like people slamming it, like got lots of views, people were getting lots of support on Twitch and everything for hating on it. So I think the same might happen. It kind of has not a ripple effect, like a snowball effect, where if one creator or one community starts hating on it and they see success, another person will do it, another person will do it, another person will do it, and that domino effect will just continue until almost the entire community is up in arms. And I think that's kind of what happened with Dawn of the Hunt. There were definitely problems, but I think they were exaggerated. I really do. I think if there are problems, the same thing is kind of going to happen, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'm optimistic.
Yeah, I mean, I played Warrior on Dawn of the Hunt, so I was just one-shotting everything with Bone Shatter and Perfect Strike in hardcore SSF. And I had no idea what people were complaining about. I was like, let the monsters come to me. I want them all to die quicker with Bone Shatter. And and then I started watching people like getting, run down by mobs in Act 1, white mobs. And I'm like, oh, that's what people are
Yeah.
experiencing, that is not how I'm playing the game right now. But yeah,
Right.
shit.
Yeah, see, I personally, the only roadblock I hit when I was first playing it, I was doing Huntress, and I was just trying all the new spear abilities. There were some white mobs that were definitely giga tanky, right? So I saw that, but I just thought it was like, it reminded me a lot of Point One, honestly. So, like, I hadn't played multiple characters through, so maybe I didn't have the best bearing on how the game had become, after all the nerfs. So, I didn't have the best bearing on that. But what really blocked me was Jamonra in Act 2. I did a 17-minute Jamonra kill, and I was like, holy crap, dude, that is crazy. Is my build really that bad? That was the only, like, people use the word slog a lot last patch. That was the only slog I had in the game, personally, in the campaign. So, see?
Yeah, Jamin Ra is the test. But I mean, to sort of close out here, like, I think the most important thing to look at is, yes, it was a rocky start for Dawn of the Hunt, but dude, the game is definitely in the best place it's ever been, I would say. From like point one to now, like by far, like SSF is actually like, I would say, on the menu for a lot of people. Whereas like when I was playing SSF in like point one, dude, like I wouldn't have like 2 exalts to my name, man.
Holy crap.
Like
Yeah,
level 9, like level 90 plus, I'd be like starving for these things, right? And there's just been so many good improvements for the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the transformation of Dawn of the Hunt went from like pretty rough to like really, really fucking good. But it's just sad because most people quit the game before they could see the really good part of the of the league.
Hopefully, so we know a new act is coming. Hopefully that new act is like enough to draw people back in and try the game again and see all the changes that they did make. I know a lot of people in the chat probably didn't play a lot of Dawn of the Hunt. Maybe you bounced after the first few days, the first week. They did actually put a lot of good changes in, and hopefully they're just further iterating on those changes too with 0.3. It sounds like a lot of the leaks kind of lead to that point. Like, literally, we had, the feedback video. A lot of people seem to agree on what the problems were, right? And really, that should have been done, a week or two after Dawn of the Hunt came out. We waited all the way until the end. But these people were voicing their concerns all that time. So I think that Grinding Your Games has had the time to react to the issues with build diversity and armor and any other issues that we've seen. So, man, it's going to be a big day tomorrow. Oh, gosh, I'm so excited. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully it's good. So, yeah.
Dude, it's going to be fun regardless. We're going to see how much of it's reactionary to all the feedback that we've heard. I think your video has probably had a significant impact on that. I'm sure GGG has seen a lot of the feedback videos that we've all put out. And yeah, man, I'm hoping for the best. I'm optimistic.
100%. Yeah. If there's time, maybe we can do, or maybe during League launch, we can pop into the live chat in our little Discord we have. So we can chat a little bit. See how your hardcore SSF experience is going. I will not be joining you in SSF. I don't know if I can do that right now. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally fair. I mean, SSF is definitely for people who have a lot more time on their hands. And from what I understand, like that's something that you unfortunately can't commit to, which is totally fine, man. Like it's a long grind. It's super rewarding, but yeah, it's not for everybody. Like you need more time. You need more time.
All right, Blaze. Well, I will chat with you later. Thanks so much for hopping on the pod. I really appreciate it. Remember, guys, go check out Blaze's stuff. I'm shoot links in the chat right now.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, you take care, and I hope you and your community have a great night.
All right, thanks. See you later. Bye-bye. Hello, chat. Do you guys enjoy that? Was that fun? Was that not fun? What do you guys think? I thought that was great. W or L? That's the word I'm supposed to use. W or L? I want to see W or L's lining up right now. Let me shout out Blaze. Right here, S, shout out Blaze Works TV. I love my new husband. What? What? What do you mean, husband? I have a wife. I have 2 daughters. I can call in my wife right now if you'd like me to. She's real. I've done a video with her. Salami Jack, thank you again for the 20 gifted subs, my man. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. Right, what are you going to do when my daughters start doing sports? Support them. Also, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to be able to stream. Am I, guys? I'm not going to be able to live stream when my daughters start doing like tennis and everything. All right, hey guys, by the way, if you like that podcast, make sure you like this video, this live stream, and subscribe to the channel because I have literally At least 7 more podcasts lined up. I need to reach out to Jazzarus. I need to reach out to Barricade. I need to reach out to DS Lily. There's one other person that's on my backlog. Crap. There's another person on my backlog that I need to reach out to. I have like a list of people that wanted to do podcasts, so I need to reach out to them. But if you want to see more of those podcasts, guys, I do them on the channel all the time. What was I doing? Ah, yes. I was shouting out Blazeworks. No, not double music. Blazeworks TV YouTube. There we go. There we go. There's Blaze. Oh, Lazy Exile. Yes, Lazy Exile. Actually, funny story about Lazy Exile. I sent her a friend request a month into Path of Exile 2's launch. And she ignored it. Sorry, she didn't ignore it. She missed it until a few days ago. And she's like, oh, try. I didn't see this. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, it's okay. Right, I see how it is, Lazy. I see you. All right, yep, Lazy Exile. So Jazzarus, Lazy Exile, Barricade, DS Lily. I have them on a list. Drama Queen Lily, love his streams. Wait. Drops already over. Drops haven't started. Drops are tomorrow, guys. Remember, this was the leak stream. Okay. Okay. So. Just make my girls gamers. I'm sure they'll game. Lazy Exile uses a fake voice. It's actually a man. Okay. Smart. Okay, podcast with Ben. Yeah, I mean, Ben was really nice in person. I've never talked to him outside of at the LA event, though. I did a podcast with John Grown. You know? Okay, reveal wasn't today. No, reveal is tomorrow, guys. All right. So, we've got leaks. All right. I'm just going to pull them up, dudes. We're just going to go through them. You guys got edged. We talked about some of them in the podcast. Let's just pull up the leaks. All right. I already have DM scheduled. I'm talking about people I need to schedule. Okay. First up, there is a new teaser I haven't seen, so let's watch this. That guys? I have not seen this teaser. Here we go. New teaser. All right, this teaser is called The Vow Must Live On. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. The Vow Must Live On. Oh, it's Doriani, baby. Let's go.
Here, you will survive, no matter the outcome.
Snow.
Step forth into your mountain home.
Is this Highgate? What? Sorry, I'll watch the teaser.
And seal the door. If all else fails, the vow must live on.
Wait. No, Act 5 is Oriath. That's not Oriath. Oriath doesn't have snow.
And seal.
Is it like above that? I mean, snowy area. Snowy area is in Act 4. Oh, it's the interludes that we were talking about. It must be one of the interludes. Okay, so so it's not like a reskin. So it's a brand new thing. What the heck is this? What? That's Doriani, obviously. And they're in a snowy area. Well, that's nowhere near the Val. I wonder if this is in the past or present. The third interlude. Get Cute Dog on a pod. Funny thing about Cute Dog, he finally subscribed to my YouTube channel. You can see when people subscribe to your YouTube channel, like, because it ranks them by number of subscribers they have. And for the past like 2 months, it's been Cute Dog has been the most subscriber person that has subscribed to my channel. That's pretty funny. I don't know if I could handle the Cute Dog memes. The dude is a master memer. I am not a memer. I honestly don't know half the things he said, over half the things he says. So I don't know if I can do it. Okay, anyway. I don't know who I'm going to do a DM podcast. That's scheduled for the 2 days before launch. Me and Darth Microtransaction. Okay. Where are the leaks? All right, preemptive leaks thread. Here we go. We're just going to read through some of them. All right, here we go. This breaks it all down, guys. Are we ready? Warning. Leaks. Warning. 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 Oh, I got some other subs while we were doing the podcast. 1 second. I need to thank these very nice people. Finalized 1995. Thanks for the T1 for 10 months. Prince of Persia. T1 for 11 months. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Hope you enjoyed the pod. All right. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, Valina too. Valina's a good one. Valina, we were gonna do during the initial thing until I cut down the number of people I was doing. Okay. All right, everybody. We're doing the actual leaks. Here we go. No sheep herder. Okay, I need to look for no sheep herder. Okay. Oh. Oh, sort by new. Okay. Man, I don't know how to use Reddit good. Oh no, where's sort by new? There we go. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, there we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, we're gonna read through this, guys. No, I got him. I got him right here. Warning, warning, leaks. Everybody apparently has talked about them. Warning, leaks. Warning, leaks. 3, 2, 1. Leaks. All right. Here we go, dudes. All right. Warrior Season 3. Rekindled Flames, Ancient Totems, and New Defenses PoE 2. What the hell is this? Is that an Ascendancy class? That's not art in the game. That's a new Ascendancy. That looks like a new Ascendancy. AI generated? Oh, I don't know what is AI generated. I'm not good at spotting that, guys. Okay, well, it just looked like new art. All right. All right. All right. After presenting the improvements to the dexterity classes, Jonathan... Okay, so this is just one article. Jonathan Rogers focused on the Warrior of Season 3. This class receives a series of major overhauls, new flamboyant skills, revisited shields, reinforced totems, and even better management of accuracy and armor. Oh my god, if there are accuracy improvements, I hated that I was missing crap on my warrior. Holy crap. Please, 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 please. More impactful fire... I mean my mace. More impactful fire skills. Okay. Since fire was previously considered too weak on the warrior, several skills have been revised and new ones introduced. Volcanic Fissures, that's a pre-existing, now generates multiple rifts, providing much more area clearing. Like in PoE 1? Right? Forge Hammer. New skill. Launches a molten hammer that crashes far away. Oh, that's like the last epoch, the hammer drop thing. It can be recalled. That's not like the last that's Thor's hammer. That's pretty cool. That's like Thor's hammer in PoE 2. It can be recalled or detonated via a war cry, triggering additional volcanic fissures and creating a fiery arena against bosses. What the heck? Hurl a fiery hammer that slams into the ground and lodges there. While the hammer is lodged in the ground, reusing the skill recalls the hammer and resets the skill's cooldown. Alternatively, using a war cry near the lodged hammer causes it to shatter, releasing a number of molten fissures in a spiral. While the fissures persist, using a slam on them will cause an aftershock which spread to all connected fissures. That sounds cool. That looks really cool. I wonder if you can mix this with Mjolnir in some way. I wonder if they're going to do like some conversion stuff too. Okay, Perfect Strike benefits from a much wider area of effect. Angormus will like this. Okay. Molten Blast no longer forces forward movement. Oh my god. Is smoother to use and has significantly increased ignition chance. Okay. Okay. Okay, they're cooking. They're cooking. Ancestral Alright. Ancestral Cry. New Glory skill. Charges up by setting enemies on fire. Then invokes Ancestral Power. Fire boosted attacks such as Volcanic Fissure explosions with each step. Oh. Oh yes. That's like auto bomber stuff. And magma balls erupting from hits. Perform a war cry using glory gained by igniting enemies to turn you into an embodiment of calm. While embodying calm, your footsteps trigger volcanic steps. Dude, okay, that's so cool. I'm sure it's going to look super cool too. Melee strikes and slams are ancestrally boosted, and your melee strikes trigger volcanic eruption. That's cool. Okay, guys, okay, my cat wants out. 1 second. Also, we can turn this back on. Oh, that's too loud. 1 second, Zosha. Okay. All right. I let the cat out. Are you guys happy? My cat is happier now. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. We're back. Meow. Okay. Additionally, you have less movement shield. Less movement penalty when your shield is up. Oh, you did not need to do that, Blaze. Bro. Thank you. Blaze, man, you did not need to do that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the 5 subs, Blaze. Thank you. I appreciate it. Very nice. Okay. Alright. Less movement speed penalty when your shield is up. Okay, so that's good. Shields a reinforced range. Sprinting. Okay, so sprinting. This is the first I've seen of it. Sprinting makes gameplay more dynamic. Several shield skills have been revised, plus you will have less movement speed penalty when your shield is raised. Shield charge, longer cooldown, and increased damage based on distance traveled. Okay. So they're... Okay. Interesting. So they're adding a cooldown to this. A longer cooldown to this. But we also have sprint now. Okay. Okay, well... Interesting. Shield wall. Get myself a knife haircut. Jesus, man. Expanded area of effect. Effect and synergy with shield charge, which can now trigger walls. Okay. Fortifying Cry. New skill. Grants a defensive buff and charges the shield to strengthen other protection skills. What sort of defensive buff? Perform a war cry that grants guard. Okay, and causes subsequent shield attacks to release an empowered shockwave when dealing damage. This skill's cooldown can be bypassed by expending an endurance charge. Okay. Alright. These are on Reddit. They're on Reddit. They're everywhere. Magma Barrier no longer requires precise timing. Now just block after the shield is charged. Skill gameplay removed. That's a mistranslation, Broccoli. Oh, there's no longer a cooldown on shield charge. Oh. Oh, so you can just infinitely shield charge like PoE 1 now. Okay. Seismic Cry now stuns enemies ready to be stunned. Okay. Sunder. Okay, so Sunder has a change. Probably a buff. Totems. Something's happening with totems. Consume 3 endurance charges. That's different, right? To raise a totem that uses socketed mace skills, this totem has no limit. No limit now. Doesn't it have a limit now? It has a limit now. Okay, so you can actually use... Wow, you can create infinite totems if you scale in. Interesting. That's an old entry. Mercs and Crossbows got mega buffed again. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, this is... Wait. Enduring Impact 2? What? Okay. Interesting. Support ranks? Support level ranks. What? Do you level them up? What? Answered Call grants an additional totem while spirits are generally strengthened, combined with Limitless Ancestral Warrior. It allows you to raise a veritable army of totems, infinite totems. Oh, there are ascendancy changes. Oh, yo, guys. In the next article, Jonathan will discuss one of the major improvements in patch 0.3.0, the crossbow action flow, which will greatly benefit the mercenary. Oh my god. Holy crap. Dude, so did they touch every single class? Holy crap. Like, okay, so maybe they did a massive rebalancing of everything. That's it for this article. Armor gains the ability to better reduce elemental damage thanks to new stats available on equipment and in the passive tree. Holy... Oh. 17% of armor also applies to LE damage taken from hits. They did it. They did it. They did it. Holy crap. Accuracy. Oh. Melee warriors now benefit from an increased hit rate at close range, removing the need to invest heavily in accuracy. Please. Please be real. Okay, so basically everything has changed. This is going to be interesting. Guys, here's the thing though. I don't know if I want to go through all this tonight. I'd rather just see it all as GGG presents it tomorrow. We went over some of it. We talked about Act 4, the interludes. There might not be druid and all that. So we went over all that. We had the podcast with Blaze. I'd rather just like be giga hyped and see it as GGG intended it tomorrow. I will be streaming tomorrow. Okay? I don't think I want to go through all the leaks and like mistranslated stuff. I hope you guys understand that. So I think, guys, if you want to find the leaks, they've been propagated across every PoE 2 thing. It sucks for grinding your games. It really does. But I hope, apparently it's only 40%. So there's still 60% to go. And the changes look cool. Looks like we're getting a lot of new content with the axe. And then a bunch of just overhauls to skills, lineage support. Lineage supports, guys, unique items, unique support gems. Dude, that's going to be so. I want to see how that plays. I want to see how Mark and Jonathan explain that. And we know nothing about Abyss, and nothing about ascendancy classes and everything like this. I'm pretty excited, guys. Like, and there was one other leak. There's the martial artist ascendancy class leak, and apparently there was an article called like the monk something article. Like, there's a monk article. So I wonder if they are adding like an ascendancy class for unarmed damage and like face breakers and stuff. That'd be pretty awesome. I think that GGG is maybe one of the 5 companies where announcement hype is not killed by leaks. You know what, guys? I'm going to be a little bit of a downer right now. I watched opening night live. Like, I was listening to it while I was working. Was that, like, really bad? Or am I just, like, a jaded person because PoE 2 wasn't there? Like, I thought the game announcements were not good. The only trailer that I thought was cool was Lords of the Fallen 2. And I have not played Lords of the Fallen 1. But that was the only trailer I was like, oh, that's good. But everything else was kind of just... bleh. Below one of the posts that says, like you just read, the next article we talk about Monk. Yeah, but it was like, I did not like any of the trailers. They were not cool. Anyway, dudes. All right, it was mid. Okay, yeah, I just wasn't a fan of it. Like, especially because Jeff, he overhyped it. He was like, this is one of the greatest, you know, this is one of the greatest things that I've, one of the greatest shows we've done. Bro, it was not. Anyway, hopefully tomorrow, the 3rd Edict reveal is one of the greatest shows Grinding Your Games has ever done. Right now, though, guys, I am going to get some good sleep. we are going to raid BlazeWorks TV. He is currently streaming over on Twitch. He's also streaming on YouTube, so if you are currently watching this live on YouTube, go on over and give Blaze some love. Make sure if you're watching this stuff, you like, you subscribe. It really helps me out, guys. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. Watch out. There might be some surprises in store. I'm super excited. I hope you are too. I will talk to you then. I'll see you sharp at 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay? See you guys. Have a good one.